Hey, what's up guys? This is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And we're back with another video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking to you about why you as a new agent, if you are a new agent, absolutely have to cut your teeth out there and get some punches in the face, get a couple of black eyes along the way in order for you to really be a fully developed salesperson. In my personal opinion, it's going to do you well. It's going to bode well for your development. And it's something that you're just going to have to go through, and it's something that all the greats end up having to go through. But before we talk about this topic, though, guys, I got to talk to you guys about my favorite telemarketing lead company, and that's, of course, Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, final expense leads, Medicare supplement leads, turning 65 leads. They just got something for everybody, guys. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website with a coupon code. The coupon code, as well as a link to their site, can be found down in the description of this video. So go ahead and check them out. Try them out this year or into next. All right, guys, so let's talk about this. So why do agents necessarily have to cut their teeth in business, right? So I would say the main reason why an agent needs to cut their teeth is more simple than maybe what you need to hear. All right, so as an agent, there's a lot of people in our industry that take the approach that they need to study. They need to learn. They need to read books. They need to watch videos. They need to get ready to get ready, right? They're getting ready to get ready. They're getting ready to be productive. All of that stuff, in my opinion, is vital, and it can be important. It can be helpful for your development, right? Learning that way. But there's no such thing as learning by studying as effectively as learning by doing. Let me repeat that. There's no such thing as having the same kind of impact from learning by studying as there is learning by doing yourself. Think of it like this. If you're a kid and you're trying to learn how to ride a bike or ride a skateboard or something along those lines, and let's say you watch an older brother or sister ride that bike or skateboard for hours, right? You see how they do it. You see how they hold on to the bars. You see how they see how they pedal on the pedals of it. You can watch them and analyze them all day long. But if you haven't learned yet, and you haven't necessarily taken the steps to get on the bike, learn how to balance yourself, and kind of go through the process and fall a few times before you get through it, you're never going to learn, right? Sales exactly the same way. There's such a thing as trial by fire. Now, not everybody can handle being a salesperson, right? Not everybody is cut out to be a salesperson, and that is the cold, hard truth, unfortunately. But what I would encourage you guys to keep in mind is cutting your teeth can look like a lot of different things. I've told you guys many times on this channel that for me personally, cutting my teeth entailed cold calling. And I did cold calling for years, 3, maybe 4 years before I stopped. Now, I'm not telling you guys that that's something that you necessarily have to do, but cutting your teeth could entail in door knocking, right? Door knocking direct mail leads, right? Working AIDS leads, doing something along the lines where maybe you're doing something that's going to be more pounding the pavement than spending money. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Anytime you're getting a new client or a new customer, it's always going to cost you one of two things. One asset. It's going to cost you either time or money. At the beginning of your business, for most of you, you're going to have more time than money available, so you have to give up more time. As you develop your career, you're going to have less time, but maybe more money, more finances, to where you can spend more money to save yourself the time. But cutting your teeth, guys, is getting in front of clients, going into houses, right? Giving presentations and giving them wrong, doing them badly a few times. Because I can tell you over and over and over and over again how you need to say something, how you need to do something. Oh, don't do this, don't do that, avoid this mistake, avoid that. But until you go into a house and you lose a deal because you made one of those mistakes, it's not going to soak in as much. It's not going to have the same impact in your psyche. Because when something you do and a mistake that you actually make costs you a sale, there's nothing that hurts more. There's nothing that makes you feel worse because you feel like it was in your control, it was in your power. But I can guarantee you this, you're never going to make that mistake again if you go through that. And that's something that you guys are going to have to go through. I can tell you guys an example for myself. In 2000, what year was it? Well, when I first got into the business, right, when I was 20 years old, I just turned 21. It was actually 2014. I got into the business, and my first few appointments, I went with my dad and shadowed my dad, because my dad had been in the business, right? But on my first appointment I ever went on by myself with nobody with me, I went to someone's house. She was turning 65, and I ended up selling her a Plan F with Equitable Life and Casualty at the time. And at the time, I did a paper app because I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have a tablet, I couldn't afford any of those things, so I just had a bag full of apps and some pens. So I did a paper app. I got the paper app, and this lady lived about 45 minutes away from the office. I drove 45 minutes back, and I was so excited to show my dad that what I had done. I'd sold my first application completely by myself. He takes a look at it, looks it over to make sure I did it right, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't get the banking information. I didn't get the person's banking information. I couldn't get her back on the phone. I could not get back in touch with her. Now, eventually I did. I actually drove back up there and was able to get it, but I was this close to losing a sale. There's been tons of instances where I have lost sales because I made a mistake of some kind early on in my career, and I can promise you that those kind of real-life mistakes are painful. They hurt. You feel them. But they're the best teachers as well, because you're never going to make that mistake again. They always say that failure is the best teacher. You don't fail, you find a different way to do things, right? And so cutting your teeth, guys, is a great thing for you to do. Don't be afraid of it. Don't think you're going to come right into the business and know everything and be able to just pick up the phone and call leads, or, just have clients flock to you. Sometimes you got to do the dirty work right off the bat in order to get those clients and customers. But it's mainly, more than anything else, it's to start building your clientele, but it's also to move towards your own development as an agent, as a salesperson, as a business person. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, drop a like on the video so it helps the YouTube algorithm, help more people like you find it easier. Drop a comment on this video. What did you do to cut your teeth as a new agent? Or did you ever cut your teeth as a new agent? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to have an open dialogue with you about it. Reasonable minds can differ. And make sure to hit the notification bell after you hit the subscribe button, that is. And we'll be back with more videos in the future, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance.